Hi everybody, Ronald27 back here for yet another wonderful zombie video, and it is getting exciting. Black Ops 4 is on the horizon, and the community reveal is coming out, and everyone is so excited for what is to come. Even more so, we had a wonderful article written from Poloygon by Charlie Hall. He went out to Treyarch Studios and had an interview with them about the history of Call of Duty Black Ops and zombies, interestingly enough. There's a really cool motion cap video in there as well I'll comment about later, and the link to the article will be in the description down below. But there was a bit of dialogue that just jumped out to me in this article that if you read through it, I don't get how you couldn't comment about it from a storyline perspective in the intrigue of the game. So Craig Houston gets quoted explaining gameplay mechanics because there's so many different ways you play and how variable the experience is. So trying to tell a story, players aren't going to play the same way, and trying to get the same narrative across the players becomes very difficult because of how different and variable zombie gameplay is. So what he explains is that our characters forget why they actually came to the map in the first place because of the element 115 and the delusions it causes. It puts a much better perspective on why our characters don't really recall what they did in previous maps and why we get frustrated when just like our characters are asking the same questions over and over again. Doesn't excuse Treyarch for doing this and having pretty poor payoffs in Black Ops 3, but now it starts to make sense of, oh, that's what they were going for. Now at least I can judge for whether I like it or not myself. And it's interesting to me to hear this mechanic explained because yes, they have those gameplay limitations for telling story, but now we know, hey, zombies, when you get into the map, our characters start fighting things off like in The Giant. Bertoffen thinks he's in Origins, you're repeating Origins quotes. It's like, curse these 115 delusions. Our characters go into this instinctual defense mode when they get into maps and completely forget the objectives they're supposed to be doing or why they're on these maps. And that's interesting, especially because the Easter eggs, is that their way when we complete an Easter egg? Are they staying on task? Are they remembering the entire time? Or something going on that's instinctual and there actually could be more objectives they're forgetting about every time they go deeper and deeper into these maps? It seemed very clear to me by Revelations our characters were becoming completely lost in whatever premise was and whatever their memories were. They were being diluted from the very start of The Giant, and that was frustrating because we'd hear the same damn conversation every map. What about the blood, and you're just like, as a player, kill me. So we might see that develop really well in Black Ops 4. It's interesting that Craig Houston said that, and maybe we will see more of those mechanics because that's kind of like top of mind. If that's during the interview, if that's on the forefront of Craig Houston's mind as he's a writer for zombies, he's probably been implementing that into the storyline in some respect. Just something to think about. Some other notes I wanted to point out in this article that was so interesting to me because it speaks volumes about the game mode. There's a good history about it, but I've done a lot of researching about the studio and all that type of stuff, so I very much was used to that. So I encourage you to read through the article or do your own research to see how Treyarch went from like independent studio to underdog to Infinity Ward to like a favorite child of the Call of Duty franchise. If you're interested. If you don't care, who cares? Regardless, they start talking about why almost all the maps are 3 lanes, which was really interesting to me. And David Vonderhaar talked about a map they created in 2008 in World at War. Now, I don't know if it ever got past the QA testers, but it had 8 lanes. And players absolutely despise the map despite the developers and creators loving the map. And this caused them to get locked into that 3-lane system that players shouldn't be getting shot in the back all the time. And what ended up happening during these 8-lane systems, they would end up running in and trying to choose what lane they wanted to go towards and then getting shot in the back. This got developed as we went through the years, even with advanced movements, into making sure players didn't appear magically. Something that Advanced Warfare had a lot of going on because of the verticality, that players would just get shot dead out of nowhere and players would be angry or upset about that sometimes, or they enjoyed it. So it's interesting to see those different design philosophies expressed in this article and how it evolved throughout the years, because it starts to explain to us how they're making either zombie lanes or multiplayer lanes. Look at Gorod Krovi, as it was put to me, I think by JC and another YouTuber. It's basically Derice. It's these 3 lanes again in Gorod Krovi, and it's a teleporters, you have dragons, and it's very much the same. You go this way or that way during the game, and they keep it simple. They keep it inside this familiarity with players while innovating around that or changing around that. I also would like to bring up, they announced that there's going to be a zombie talk at E3. Most likely we'll get a tease and not a reveal, but at the Coliseum, we're gonna have the creators of zombies, so probably people like Lamnia, Blundell, Craig Houston, or even Brian Tooney maybe. He's the sound designer for Treyarch. They might get involved and be talking about our zombie game mode, and it's probably gonna be used as a major marketing asset to get everybody excited about zombies, which to us should communicate big zombie mode coming. Very excited that they're getting more marketing, more money's been invested in the zombie mode, so we should expect big things out of zombies this year. Very, very big things. There's absolutely huge expectations for Treyarch's Call of Duty Zombies this year, and we'll have to see. I need to see reveal footage of zombies before we can say anything. And finally, the last thing I wanted to comment in this video is about the motion capture video that was revealed. Just for clarity's sake, those aren't the voice actors. They dubbed over the actual voice actors to the motion capture actors. So that was interesting to see. I love seeing like the facial features and the expression of the individuals, and to see how they even had them jump off and everything like that, and the direction was really, really interesting. That actually gets back to something early in the article that's mentioned, is inside World at War back in 2008, really late toward the end of the process, they were doing a motion capture set for one of the campaign missions. And then they decided, because they were already tampering with the zombie mode and this defense mode inside a bunker, but they really didn't have that pizzazz, that thing to catch us, right? And when the Japanese soldiers are coming out after getting bombed, they asked them to look dazed, and then the developer said, you know, it's kind of look like zombies the way they're walking out dazed from being bombed. So then they recorded some animations when they told the actors right at the end, you know, act like zombies. Just try running and acting like zombies, and that contributed to what we now know as zombies and how it was made and developed throughout all the years. We've heard history before, like at the DICE Summit that we talked about. I don't know if I mentioned it in this one or a different take, but it's interesting to see. We've seen that history. Here we go again, and they're going to be teasing us most likely little bits, and then we're going to be getting more and more zombie news, which is really, really exciting. I'm happy to be seeing this stuff again. I think it's so cool that we're starting to see storyline develop and all that, because I enjoy that. It's some of my favorite parts about the zombie game, and hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully we will get to enjoy what's coming. Who knows about the Battle Royale mode? That looks better and better by the day. It makes more and more sense, and I encourage you to read the article, watch the videos, and get a little excited. It's coming. Community reveal. All right. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm Ralston27. I will see you in the next video. Bye now.